And for now, feel the symphony of all of nature, which includes you, singing. And thank you. I can hear the thank you. I can feel the thank you from all of nature in the most natural place of my own being. Thank you for being here. So we begin this gathering with kindreds. Some we can see with our physical senses, and some we can see with our subtle senses. They're gathering nearer and nearer and nearer in the most intimate of ways. And of course, we can do this on Zoom. Because this reality is not limited. So we rejoice in that together now, and we begin this gathering by calling in the beings here who started this unique vision of us coming together in this way. Yoshi, the head heart mare of the herd of light, and Khalil, and Travis, and Taz, and Teddy are all gathered physically in the temple of the shade shelter. But so are the unseen beings, like Omar, who is our pole star being of the herd, and all the beings that you have known in their incredibly exquisite animal form and loved are here, now dissolved of their form and flying free. And all of nature, the wind that is blowing today, the clouds, and a rare chance of a Northern California rain. And the glaring sun, luminous and focused on our awakening. And the trees, and the dirt, and Mother Gaia herself. And feel your animal most intimate companions and guides and familiars and intimates here with us. The fluffy light beings disguised as dogs and cats and horses. Turtles and rabbits and winged ones. The insect world, ladybugs and bees, butterflies, crickets, beetles, worms, the microscopic viruses, the microbiomes that we cannot see beneath the soil, the mycelium, the root networks of light. the star networks of light, and all of the animal people network of light. Feel yourself as a conduit, ever expanding in each breath. As one circuitry of love. And feel this knowing, not as a belief, but as an alive reality beating your own heart here and now. And let us take that flower of our own unique essence. It's a flower. And place it in the center of this unlimited circle. And feel the essence of all essences as one heart bouquet. And be intoxicated. Let yourself be intoxicated by the fragrance of the convergence of these frequencies, by reclaiming who you are. Today we will tune to all of nature and some transmissions that I do my best to get out of the way to translate into words. And words never do justice. They're a humble attempt of love and offering. So how would you receive a humble offering? Not dissected with your mind, please. But just allowing a lightness, a wafting through your own being. Whatever wants to open, opens. And what needs to fall away, fall away. And what wants to be let go of, let go of. A lightness of meeting these frequencies as the intention behind them, which is a rumbling awakening back to who you are, who all of nature knows they are, as not separate from nature. So that's what these gatherings are all intended to be. And that you have said yes to being here is no small gift. So we will tune now to these translations of a frequency that feels like the frequency of freedom. And really directly beginning to experience this frequency of freedom as who we are, as our natural who-ness, as our natural how-ness, as our natural beingness in this human beingness. So I came out and I did not have any fear, even though I had no idea what we would be tuning to or what would be shared at all. I have 3 years or 4 years of archives that I can always fall back on. And they're always applicable. But I love the freshness of tuning to you all and what might be needed to wake up here and now, and what the herd wants to express, and what all of nature has rising from beneath the surface. And what came like a comet shooting through the day sky was the word freedom. So, opening up all of the centers of receiving and transceiving where you are also participating. Your essence is swinging back and forth. That is right, Angie. That is so important. Not a belief system at all. No, freed from the cages of belief. And Teddy came over this morning, and my goodness, sometimes he likes to connect very personally. But this morning he connected with complete presence and vastness. And here he is. And this transmission came through on his breath to the center of the palm of my hand. Are you aware that many human beings carry an unconscious existential feeling of being imprisoned? Do you? Are you aware that many human beings carry an unconscious existential feeling of being imprisoned? Do you? This existential feeling, mostly unmet by the conscious light of awareness. The nagging, urging feeling of being not free is silently clamoring, begging to be met by one all-enveloping beam of holy witnessing, awareness light. The vastness of your essence light manifesting is what is labeled as human. The vastness of your essence light manifesting as what is labeled as being human, in and of itself feels limiting. That is why we, all of nature, have found a more clarifying word for you. Universon. Universon. For that is a closer word pointer to the wordlessness of who you are. From form mentally separated from the essence which breathes life into it is limited. form mentally separated from the essence, which breathes life into it, is limited. Limited by the perceived separation from its source. And if you live in a form-based, separated world, separated out from the true world of essence light, then not being free surely feels like the primary reality. All of nature collectively meets in inner freedom. From the inside out, we feel free because we are. And so are you. Yes, you are free from the inside when you see the ways in which you shackle yourself. Simply seeing is freeing. So let's breathe this in, just noticing what feelings and frequencies and colors are wafting through your being. What your breath is transmitting, dancing with this transmission from our beloved animal and nature consciousness, not separate from our true nature, catalyzed by you, beloved Tegan. Let me let in a few people in the waiting room. I forget how to do that, so it just takes me a minute. And let me share this again now, letting go of the words, sharing this transmission on freedom, which is wafting out of the most center, true nature of your being, back to yourself. And allowing the words to be flowers. And yes, they may sound flowery. They are exuding an essence fragrance to be detected by parts of yourself that are not mentally owned. Are you aware that many human beings carry an unconscious existential feeling of being imprisoned? Do you? This existential feeling mostly unmet by the conscious light of awareness, the nagging, urging feeling of being not free, is silently clamoring, begging to be met by the all-enveloping beam of holy witnessing awareness light. So we do this non-doing now within. Turning the awareness light of who we are onto the feeling of not free. Inviting the unconscious, not free feeling, looming and clamoring for one glance of light to be shed. Inviting this to be revealed and unearthed within you. And turning a soft-eyed inner glance of holy witnessing light directly on this. The vastness of your essence light as what is labeled as human. In and of itself feels limiting. That is why we and all of nature have found a more clarifying word pointer for you. We call you universans. Universan. S-U-N-S. Feel into the frequency of that flower. For that is a closer word pointer to the wordlessness of who you are. Form, mentally separated from the essence which breathes life into it, is limited. Limited by the perceived separation from its source. And if you live in a form-based, separated world, separated out from the true world of essence light, then not being free surely feels like the primary reality. All of nature collectively meets in inner freedom. From the inside out, we feel free because we are. And so are you. Yes, you are free from the inside when you see the ways in which you shackle yourself. And simply by seeing, you are freeing. Nothing external on this level of the world of form can be a measurement of freedom. externals arranging themselves around this internal truth is inevitable when the internal truth of freedom is realized. This realization, this frequency of freedom sings through all parts of your being coherently. This is realization. When this freedom sings through all parts of your being coherently, and this must happen within for the external world to return and restore itself back to natural freedom harmony. Nothing external on this level of the world of form can be a measurement of freedom. Externals arranging themselves around this internal truth is inevitable when this internal truth of freedom is realized. And this realization being this frequency of freedom singing through all parts of your being coherently. This realization is essentially needed. It must happen within for the external world to return and restore itself back to natural freedom, harmony. Trying to feel free from the outside in, it's like crawling up a mountain of ice in slippery, waterproof gear. Let's breathe this in and feel this quantum shift of attention. Feel what it's like trying to experience freedom from the outside in. As if you are coated in waterproof gear, trying to climb up an icy mountain. See, the land of the free is the inner landscape of light, freeing within, simply by your freedom to choose to place your attention there. The land of the free is this inner landscape of light where all of nature meets you as nature. This inner landscape of light within is the land of the free, simply by your freedom to choose to place your attention there. Know how easy it is to shift from the conditioned, form-focused, fragmented reality of being imprisoned to the embodied knowing of freedom. Know how easy it is to shift from the conditioned, form-focused, fragmented reality of being imprisoned to the embodied knowing of freedom without anything externally changing. Feel this inner superpower of the choice of your attention, the freedom of choice of where you place your attention here and now. A shift from a fragmented world of form into the land of the free within, without any external measurement. Without anything externally changing first. This freedom is directly experienced within. And there is no first here anyway. It's all simultaneous. And how miraculous is the externalization of this freedom once realized fully from within. The externalization of this freedom once realized from within is a miracle. So go within bravely and meet self-imposed conditioning shackles for what they are. Empty. Luminous emptiness is the center of every phenomena. Is the superpower of every seeming solid form. Self-liberation, simply by one glance of true seeing. And as the air here shifts from the heated sun to the rolling in of a miracle of perhaps chance of rain, the shift within simultaneously occurs. The land of the free is the inner landscape of light, freeing within simply by your freedom to choose to place your attention there. Know how easy it is to shift from the conditioned, form-focused, fragmented reality of feeling imprisoned to the embodied knowing without anything externally changing. Without anything externally changing first. For there is no first here anyway. It's all happening simultaneously. And how miraculous it is, the externalization of this freedom once fully realized from within, realized as the frequency singing through all parts of your being coherently. So go within bravely and meet self-imposed conditioning shackles for what they are: empty. Ah, thank you, Yoshi. Releasing those shackles, simply freeing by seeing. Luminous emptiness is the center of every phenomena. Is the superpower of every seemingly solid form. Self-liberation simply by one glance of true seeing. So noticing gently within you now how light is dancing. Noticing gently the frequency of your essential being. Perhaps rejoicing, awakening slowly and gently, or as one supernova burst. And in this landscape of light, of inner freedom, watch, behold with reverence, and breathe in this uneventful world within, fully regenerating and restoring in this self-sustaining fuel of true freedom. And in this landscape of light, of inner freedom, just watch and behold reverently. And breathe in and out fully. This uneventful world within, fully regenerating and restoring and returning in the self-sustaining fuel of true freedom. And witness the tides turning eventfully, seemingly externally so, everywhere. Let us listen now to the symphony of silence singing and interbreathing through us all, with all of nature. And this beautiful drum being here, which has arrived from the Ukraine. Incredible, resonating, non-verbal being is here to assist us now in our assimilation. Camille is ready to assist in this assimilation. Sorry about that. Thank you for your attention. Beloved kindreds, thank you for the incredible light of your awareness. Thank you, Khalil, for not eating the drum. And thank you to all of nature for amplifying this remembrance, this inner realization, this song that's singing through every cell and every part of our being together here as a singing web of interbreathing light. A song of freedom. And now we come to a portion where in our weekly gatherings, we shift into a mode of allowing ourselves to speak freely here and now in relation to what has been shared here and now. So if any of you feel to share from your inner landscapes of light, please unmute, and I will, since this is our first of the month gathering, I love to share it with as many beings that perhaps would be served fully by it. But I will edit out the dialogue part for integrity. So feel free in this moment to allow yourself